Hello and welcome to this month's Maggie Moment. I'd like to chat a little bit this month about our sensitive children that sometimes frustrate their parents because they don't have a go all the time or they hold themselves back. Firstly, I need you to know that if you're a parent who is a bit more like a rooster, which means you're confident and a go-getter, you will often get triggered by your sensitive child going, no, I can't do it, no, I don't want to do it. So be mindful of that, because if you're a lamb as a parent, you kind of get that sort of thing in your children. Now remember, every single child has got their own little unique blue chip with when I'm going to be able to do certain things. And I know a lot of parents have asked me, shouldn't I just push them and, get them moving and help them? And, like when they're holding behind me, when they're shy in a social situation, shouldn't I pull them out? And I go, no. Because what we're doing, remember, we're building all these neuro pathways in the brain that help me develop competence in certain situations, and that gradually is a much better way of mastering those things than hurrying them up when they're not quite ready. Doesn't mean to say we don't have conversations at home about how might I be able to find a friend in a playground where I don't have any, and we might talk to them about those sorts of things. It might not mean that they'll change their behaviour for a while, but we're actually helping them head in that right direction. Sometimes our sensitive children don't want to do things because they don't have the same degree of confidence. So how do we build confidence in sensitive children? And it comes from my Real Kids book. I talk about every child, if we can develop their sense of self-mastery, and self-mastery means can they be really, really competent at something. Now that's not necessarily being competitive. Sometimes it's dressing yourself, being able to clean your own teeth. It might be that you can put your own seatbelt on in a car. There's just something. The more opportunities that our more sensitive children can have that make them feel competent, the less they run the mindset that says, I can't do it and that I'm weak or there's something wrong with me. Remember, lambs and sensitive children are not necessarily less brave than our most confident roosters. They just, when they're ready, then they've got it, they do it in their own time. So I hope that makes some sense around not pushing them too much. Sometimes they might not be able to do something another child who is more confident can do, who's the same age. There's one wonderful word that you can pop into those conversations. And I've heard Dr. Justin also talks about this wonderful word, so I love that we're on the same page. And that is, you can't do it yet. So yet and soon, we'll keep practicing until you can do it. And I think that's the second part to it. Building competence by helping them practice, but please never push or force, because it once again sets up the panic system. The amygdala in the brain says there's a serious threat here, and we set them up to being anxious in that situation next time. So remember, please be mindful of the developmental potential of your child at any given time, and that lambs may take a little longer to reach the same developmental markers of our most confident roosters. However, with loving guidance, they'll get there. So please try and be patient, be loving, and that would be a really good thing for a few lambs to know, that you love them exactly as they are, even if they can't do that just yet. Fierce, unconditional love is what every single child needs, but especially our sensitive ones, when they feel that they're not quite as capable as those noisy, feisty roosters. And that's all for today.